What's going on, Knicks fan? I want to welcome you to Knicks Deli.
Knicks Deli edition.
Yo, I just spent the most fire 8 minutes going off on the video, and it wasn't a recording. That is early, baby. It's early. I am recording this thing at 8:24 in the morning. But let me say this. Let me start the video by first saying Happy Mother's Day to everybody's mom. You know, if you are a Knicks fan watching this video and you're a lady, if you're a mother, happy Mother's Day to you as well. Value your mom. It's rare, you know. I don't have my mom, you know. And my second mom I don't have anymore, you know. So this is a special day for me. And I'm appreciative of the times when I was able to just speak to them, spend time with them, have great conversations. And now I know that they're guarding me and watching over me from a different area. So I love it. So appreciate your mom. Take time to spend time with your mom. And the game is nothing but a game. Enjoy your mom. Enjoy your family. But let me say this, okay? New York Knicks fans, we got slapped. We got slapped in Madison Square Garden. These mother flippers came in here and slapped the hell out of us on our floor, all right? We came out flat in this game. And what I appreciate and I respect is, as captain, Jalen Brunson sat there and he said, I could tell he hesitated to say this because he knew media can take it and run with it on so many different ways. He said, but you know what? I think we came out satisfied. It felt as if we were satisfied being up 2-0, all right? And I appreciated that because it was an opportunity for us to hear him say the words that matched what we saw in the performance. It clearly looked like we were satisfied or thinking, you know what, man, you know, we're going to come out and do our best. It's almost like we expected them to fold. It's almost like we look like the Boston Celtics look like in their opening game, where they expect to come up, put up some shots, and they expected the New York Knicks to fold and not get off the mat. That's exactly what it felt like. All right. So for him to say that, I appreciated it. I appreciate it because it was honest, you know? And so ultimately the series starts now. And that's why I'm not tight. We got to put it past us, because the saying in the NBA for years has always been the series officially begins when each team wins and each other's team's home. All right. So this is officially the start of this NBA series. Okay. So now it begins. All right. But I'm laughing because after the game, you know, I watch all of them. And just as braggadocious as the New York Knicks fans were, not the players, but the fans were, you know, the Celtics in their post game, they were talking their talk. They were talking their talk. It was a little bit of sizzle on their comments, particularly Tatum Brown. And I think he may have said something before the game, such as, you know, when you know, in terms of getting to the basket, there's nobody really on my team or in this league who can do it like me. I'm like, all right, you could talk your talk, young buck. You could talk your talk. And then after the game, the man was like, oh, it's going to take 4. It's going to take 4 games. You got to beat us 4 games. Well, I got news for you, Ninja. It's so funny. I saw that and I got hyped because I know that has to be blackboard material for the New York Knicks. It's okay for you to talk your talk. You're a champion. But it's funny because you see some of the little mannerisms. Everybody act different when they're up in New York, up in Madison Square Garden, which is why we need to make sure we win the next game and we close the deal on these cats, because all of that gyrating and celebrating or whatever have you, we've done a greater job in the last 2 seasons minimizing that on our home court. Okay. But they were acting a little bit different. Your boy Jason Tatum had certain moments where he was looking real extra light skinned, you know, MSG. And then even with Jalen Brown at the end of the game where he was just like, oh, you know, you got to beat us 4 times. Well, Ninja, you got to beat us 4 times. You got to beat us 4 times. And I'm going to tell you what we saw. What it appeared to be to me is that you were feeling yourselves early in the game, but at the end of the game, you tighten up. Yeah, you tighten up. Everything. You start freezing up because you're wondering mentally. I think Jalen Brunson got in your minds. You know he's a closer. You've yet to prove that you're a closer in tight games. So yeah, the game and the series starts now. It starts now. I'm glad you're talking that talk. And Knicks fans, pay attention for what it is. They're talking that talk because they were embarrassed the first 2 games. They were absolutely embarrassed. The city of Boston turned on them. The city of Boston turned on them. Have them doubting. Have them completely doubting. What's going on? What's going on with our heroes? What are they? Yeah, they were tight. They were tight. All right, so they have to reinstill, as the leaders, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they have to reinstill that confidence and that swagger so that their team can feel the confidence and swagger again, and that their city can feel the confidence and swagger again, because they're hoping to swing the series back so that Boston is uncontrollable by the time they go back to Boston TD Garden. They got to do it that way. So Knicks fans, calm down. Calm down. And have that same energy. Everybody coming out talking about Tibbs. Oh my God, what he's doing drop coverage. Do we do drop coverage in the first 2 games? Why y'all acting brand new? I don't understand why y'all acting brand new. That man is not a perfect coach. But what was the criticism when he was out coaching Joe Mazzulla in the first 2 games? Where was the celebration for that? Every team has qualms about their coach. But damn, y'all mother flippers don't let up. At least wait till the end of the series where you see the result. Because if and when we win this series, you ain't going to be talking about this one no more. You're going to be talking about whoever we face next. And whoever we face next after that. Damn, I swear to goodness, man. If many of you are parents, bro, I feel sorry for the kids. I feel sorry for the kids. If many of you are parents and y'all look at things with a critical eye like y'all look with Tibbs, only thing is you can't get rid of your damn kids. Knicks fans, calm down. Calm down. Because I said it in a few of my last videos. I think what's going to happen is the difference is, all right, this is a championship team and their core is together. And against any other team, I think that little talk and this win in the opponent's house, I think all of that could have broken other teams. And on paper, if you were just looking at it on surface level, with this New York Knicks team facing a Boston team who beat them or swept them in the regular season, whatever that record was, many would say, oh, the New York Knicks are going to be looking shaken. And it wasn't on the NBA level, but what makes us different is that our core has played together before. Our core has played together before. And they've won on a championship level, NCAA, but on a championship level before. So they've been in these moments. So don't think they're going to crumble and fall apart for this series. Remember that it's a series. And several things can come in and creep in as extraneous variables that can swing the momentum of this series. Injuries. Right now we're looking at Cat. I think Cat has broken fingers or something. That can swing a series. So Knicks fans, calm the fuck down. Y'all gotta calm down. And this next game up. And equally, what is true is, yeah, we gotta beat them 4 games. But yeah, you gotta beat us 4 games as well. And guess what? We're already up 1 on you. I love that energy. Love that energy. Tatum up there, trying to, come on, man. That ain't you. Jaylen Brown up there. Yeah, gotta be. That ain't you, bruh. I don't want to minimize Jaylen Brown. Once again, the man is highly intelligent, super accomplished. Definitely more accomplished than anybody on the internet talking about this cat. But not only on the basketball court, but off the basketball court and in the classroom. The man is super intelligent. But you should be, and he knows enough to know that if he sets the tone in terms of confidence, then it spills over. All right? We already knew the kid Pritchard was a problem. So we got to make adjustments on him. Okay? But Knicks fans, if you're looking at our team and like, oh my God, we need to do so much more. We need to have more, this, that, and the third. You are critical on Tibbs and the adjustments that he makes from play to play only because we don't have the depth that other teams have. And the reason we don't have the depth is because we made the moves to get McCall and Towns at the beginning of the season, at the end of last offseason. I talked about the shopping list. That's exactly what we did. We spent most of our money on the primary, parts of the meal, and we'll wait until the next pay period for the side dishes. So we are literally playing with a thin cabinet. And watch, we still win. What say you? Keep this in mind. Same thing applies to life that applies to our team. There's no struggle, there's no progress. But remember this, whether it's out there in the real world or here in these YouTube streets, here in Knicks Deli, before everybody eats, let me say this. If Karl Anthony Towns cannot play, that's also going to be an example of our versatility. The versatility. If Karl Anthony Towns has to sit out a game for broken fingers, they might tape it up and have him, tape it up, give him some painkiller, have him go at it. But if he can't play for the next game, they're going to start Mitchell Robinson, and Jalen Brunson and OG Anunoby are going to have a field day. That's it. Those two are going to have a field day, and it's going to be a tight game. And I think the New York Knicks will be able to pull it out. It's a little bit 50-50. But I think the New York Knicks will be able to pull it out. But OG Anunoby is ready to step up. All right, ready to step up. So I want to keep this brief. Enjoy the rest of your Mother's Day with your family. Eat some good food. Spend some time and give your mom a hug and a kiss. And game 4. Game 4. Yeah, game 4, right? Game 5. Okay, let's get it. Cheer. Peace.